More than 1 billion people live with high blood pressure, and most don't even know it. It can quietly damage your arteries for years before a single symptom appears. That's why hypertension is often called the silent killer. But here's the hopeful part. Some of the most powerful ways to lower it naturally may already be in your kitchen pantry. Stay tuned, because the #1 food on this list has results that rival prescription medications. Before revealing the first food, it helps to understand what blood pressure actually is, and why certain foods can change it. Blood pressure measures how strongly blood pushes against artery walls. Systolic pressure, the top number, shows the pressure during a heartbeat. Diastolic pressure, the bottom number, shows it when the heart rests. When either stays high over time, it strains the endothelium, the delicate inner lining of blood vessels. Arteries stiffen, narrow, and lose their ability to release nitric oxide, the gas that tells them to relax. But nature provides tools to restore that balance. Many everyday foods boost nitric oxide, block the ACE enzyme, the same one targeted by common medications, and calm oxidative stress and inflammation. Now let's count down the 13 foods that science shows can truly make a difference. Number 13. Green tea. Green tea has been cherished for centuries, and modern science reveals why. Inside each leaf are catechins, especially EGCG, compounds that enhance nitric oxide synthase, helping arteries stay flexible and responsive. A 2020 meta-analysis of 24 clinical trials found consistent reductions in both systolic and diastolic pressure among regular green tea drinkers. Even a 2 to 3 point drop, when multiplied across weeks and years, translates into a measurable decrease in heart attack and stroke risk. Think of every cup as gentle maintenance for your vascular system, small acts of repair with each sip. Number 12. Yogurt and fermented dairy. During fermentation, milk proteins break into tiny fragments called bioactive peptides. These peptides gently inhibit the ACE enzyme, the same enzyme that causes blood vessels to tighten and pressure to rise. In a large 2018 study following thousands of adults, people who ate yogurt several times per week were far less likely to develop hypertension than those who rarely ate it. The benefit likely comes from both these peptides and the natural balance of potassium, calcium, and magnesium, which help control vascular tone. Choose plain yogurt with live cultures. Greek yogurt works particularly well due to its higher protein content. No sugar, no additives. Simplicity equals potency. Number 11. Dark chocolate and cocoa. Here's a pleasant surprise. Dark chocolate, when it's rich in real cocoa, can support healthy blood pressure. Cocoa contains flavanols that activate nitric oxide synthase, widening arteries and improving blood flow. A comprehensive review of controlled trials found that Flavanol-rich cocoa lowered blood pressure by an average of 2 to 3 points. Small, yes, but statistically and clinically meaningful when maintained over time. The key is purity. Choose chocolate with 70% or more cocoa and minimal sugar. A square or two per day is enough to let science and pleasure coexist. Number 10. Pistachios. Among all nuts, pistachios lead the pack in L-arginine, the amino acid your body converts into nitric oxide, the molecule that signals arteries to relax. They're also abundant in magnesium and potassium, both crucial for keeping blood pressure in range. A 2021 meta-analysis found that pistachio intake significantly reduced systolic blood pressure, especially in studies lasting longer than 12 weeks. Even a handful per day, about 1 ounce, can make a measurable difference when part of a balanced diet. Crunch by crunch, these tiny green nuts help your arteries breathe a little easier. We've covered some powerful foods so far, but the top 3 on this list, they have clinical results that rival actual blood pressure medications. Let's keep going. Number 9. Extra virgin olive oil. Olive oil is more than a kitchen staple. It's a biochemical treasure. Its golden green hue comes from polyphenols like oleuropein and hydroxytyrosol, powerful antioxidants that protect the endothelium, the inner lining of your arteries, from oxidative stress. These compounds also enhance nitric oxide activity, helping blood vessels stay supple instead of stiff. In controlled dietary trials, people who used 2 to 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil daily saw significant drops in both systolic and diastolic pressure within weeks. For maximum potency, look for cold-pressed, early harvest oils, the ones that taste slightly bitter and peppery. That bite is the polyphenols doing their work. It's no coincidence that olive oil forms the foundation of the Mediterranean diet, one of the most heart-protective eating patterns ever studied. Number 8. Fatty fish. Salmon, mackerel, sardines. Their richness comes from omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA, compounds that reduce inflammation and improve arterial flexibility. They also enhance the endothelium's ability to release nitric oxide, promoting steady, relaxed blood flow. A 2022 dose-response analysis showed that consuming just 2 to 3 grams of EPA and DHA per day, achievable with 2 to 3 servings of fatty fish per week, significantly lowered both systolic and diastolic blood pressure. It's a reminder that the simplest traditional foods, in this case grilled fish with olive oil and lemon, often deliver the most profound results. When possible, choose wild-caught fish for optimal omega-3 content and sustainability. Number 7. Flaxseed. Tiny but mighty, flaxseed delivers an impressive trifecta: lignans, alpha-linolenic acid or ALA, and soluble fiber. Together, they reduce arterial inflammation, improve endothelial elasticity, and even enhance nitric oxide production. A 2023 systematic review found that daily flaxseed consumption led to significant reductions in both systolic and diastolic pressure, with the strongest results in studies lasting over 20 weeks. That tells us something powerful. Flaxseed works best as a habit, not a quick fix. For best absorption, use freshly ground flaxseed. Sprinkle it over oatmeal, add it to smoothies, or mix it into soups for a subtle, nutty flavor. Store ground flaxseed in the refrigerator to prevent oxidation and preserve its delicate oils. You might have noticed a pattern. Some of these foods boost nitric oxide production. Others block the ACE enzyme. And many reduce inflammation and oxidative stress. Different mechanisms, same goal: helping your arteries relax and your blood pressure drop. The next 6 foods represent some of the strongest evidence we have for food-based blood pressure management. Number 6. Celery. Celery might seem humble, watery, crunchy, often dismissed. But hidden within this plant is 3-NB, a compound that acts like a natural calcium channel blocker, helping arterial smooth muscle relax. Traditional Chinese medicine has used celery seed for centuries to calm the liver and lower rising yang, another way of describing what we now call hypertension. A 2022 clinical trial found that celery seed extract significantly reduced blood pressure in hypertensive patients, lowering mean arterial pressure by 9 points over 6 weeks. While most research has focused on concentrated seed extract, eating whole celery, stalks, leaves, and all, provides both 3-NB and natural nitrates that support the same blood pressure lowering pathways. Slice it raw in salads, juice it with apple and lemon, or even try using the seeds as a seasoning. This vegetable is proof that the most overlooked foods often hide the most power. Number 5. Hibiscus tea. Vibrant, tangy, and crimson red, hibiscus tea does more than please the senses. It contains anthocyanins and hibiscus acids, compounds that naturally inhibit the ACE enzyme, the same enzyme targeted by prescription ACE inhibitors that help blood vessels relax. In a 2022 meta-analysis, hibiscus tea significantly lowered both systolic and diastolic pressure, particularly in people with mild to moderate hypertension. The mechanism is simple yet elegant. Reduced ACE activity means your arteries stay open and pressure decreases. And unlike green tea, hibiscus is naturally caffeine-free, making it an excellent choice for evening relaxation. Sip it hot or iced, unsweetened, or with a hint of citrus. Over time, this floral infusion becomes a soothing daily ritual for blood pressure balance. Number 4. Pomegranate. Beneath its jewel-like seeds, pomegranate hides an arsenal of compounds: punicolagens, elegitannins, and anthocyanins. Together, they act like natural protectors for your arteries, improving nitric oxide availability and reducing oxidative damage. A 2024 meta-analysis found that pomegranate juice consistently lowered systolic pressure by almost 8 points and diastolic pressure by over 3 points, results that rival mild antihypertensive medications. Beyond the numbers, pomegranate's antioxidants help reverse endothelial dysfunction, the early stage of vascular disease, making it one of the most complete cardiovascular tonics in nature. Add its seeds to salads, blend into smoothies, or drink a small glass of pure juice daily, and let this ancient fruit rejuvenate your arteries with the power and wisdom of nature. Before we get to the top 3, let's take a moment for a few honorable mentions. Foods that didn't make the final list but still deserve a spot in your wellness pantry. Kiwi, bursting with vitamin C and lutein for flexible, resilient arteries. Bananas, loaded with potassium to counter sodium's effects. Avocados, rich in heart-healthy fats and magnesium. Blueberries, anthocyanins that support vessel flexibility. Beans and lentils, plant-based fiber for balanced vascular tone. Now, here come the top 3. The most clinically proven foods for lowering blood pressure. Number 3. Garlic. For thousands of years, garlic has been used to strengthen the heart and blood. Modern research finally explains why. When you crush or chop raw garlic, an enzyme reaction forms allicin, a sulfur-based compound that increases nitric oxide and inhibits the ACE enzyme, promoting vessel relaxation. In controlled clinical studies, garlic supplementation reduced systolic pressure by an average of 4 to 5 points, with some studies showing reductions up to 10 points in hypertensive individuals. While most research used concentrated garlic extract, fresh garlic contains the same active compound, allicin, making it a potent food-based therapy. For maximum effect, crush the garlic and let it rest for 10 minutes before cooking. This allows the allicin to fully form. Then add it raw to dressings or lightly cooked to retain potency. And if you're not a fan of the taste, aged garlic extract supplements provide a convenient option. Number 2, leafy greens. Spinach, kale, arugula, Swiss chard, collard greens. These vibrant green leafy veggies are among nature's richest sources of dietary nitrate, the raw material your body converts into nitric oxide. And this conversion works astonishingly fast. Within hours of eating nitrate-rich greens, arteries become more flexible and pressure begins to drop. What makes leafy greens particularly powerful is their versatility. They're not just one food, but an entire category of vascular support. Even a single serving, a cup of cooked spinach, 2 cups of raw leafy greens, or a handful of peppery arugula can yield measurable benefits. Over time, those small changes accumulate, training your circulatory system toward balance and resilience. Dark leafy greens are more than a side salad. They're a food-based intervention with proven results. Number 1. Beets. Beetroot stands at the top, the single most consistently proven food for lowering blood pressure. Its deep crimson color comes from betalains, pigments with anti-inflammatory properties. But beetroot's real blood pressure lowering power comes from its remarkable concentration of natural nitrate. Once converted into nitric oxide, these compounds signal arteries to dilate, improving circulation and reducing vascular resistance. In clinical trials, beet juice has produced drops of up to 8 points in systolic and 4 points in diastolic pressure, often within hours of a single serving. The effect is strongest and most rapid in those already struggling with hypertension. If leafy greens are nature's nitric oxide factory, beetroot is the industrial powerhouse. concentrated, immediate, and clinically validated. Roasted with olive oil, juiced with apple and ginger, or used powdered in smoothies, beets are proof that nutrition can act with the precision of pharmacology minus the side effects. 13 foods, each different, yet all working toward the same goal: to help your arteries relax, your heart work less, and your blood flow more freely. What's remarkable is how synergistic they are. It's not about one miracle ingredient, it's the combination. Nitrates from greens and beets, allicin from garlic, omega-3s from fish, polyphenols from olive oil and pomegranate. All interacting, amplifying, balancing. The secret isn't one single superfood, it's a pattern of eating rooted in diversity and consistency. Each cup of tea, each handful of nuts, each spoon of flaxseed, they're small acts of alignment between ancient wisdom and modern science. So let's keep uncovering what else is hiding in plain sight. After all, health is wealth, and every bite is an investment in yourself. For more evidence-based insights into food as medicine, subscribe to stay informed.